Your bride comes a fall. Did anyone hear you call? As you drove your Volvo into a canal. Oh, this is it. I love you, but I've nowhere else to go. I'm a depressio. I'm a depressio.
That's nice.
No, Leanne Toilet
I
Woman.
didn't read the message, by the way. I just saw Leanne Toilet Women.
Leanne Toilet Woman, you know where that's from?
No.
When me and Leanne first met each other, she came out of the toilet before I even knew her. This is the first time I ever saw her. She came out of the toilet and she had
like a genie?
No, not like a genie.
You pulled the flush 3 times and she rose.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, yeah. The shit genie. Imagine a genie coming out of the toilet. We'll get onto that.
Yeah.
No, she came out of the toilet. She had a bit of toilet roll on her. And the first thing I said was like,
You got a bit of toilet roll in you.
a bit of toilet roll on you. And she was like, oh. And she said like, she fancied me, clearly. And that was really embarrassing for her. And I clearly fancied her. But,
this guy's hot. Yeah, you've got bog roll on you, love.
And she went, and she just walked away. And then ever since we started texting each other, I called her Leanne Toilet Woman to remind me she's the woman from the toilet. And it's never changed in the whole 10 years we've been together.
So I thought that was another shit group like Dookies and Hazard. Leanne's Toilet Women.
Whoa, we don't talk about Dookies and Hazard on here, dude.
We already have. It's too late.
Now.
We've revealed the Dookies.
Welcome to the podcast, by the way. This is probably the first official one on our own since the new year.
Yeah.
With just the two of us.
No, it is.
Callum,
Yeah. We had Callum on.
We had Callum
on last
week,
great. Didn't we?
Fantastic.
It was a great episode. He spoke about Bitcoin, and let's talk about some things we can get him to jam in later. But
for our listeners, we are recording the Callum Johnson later, and that was a complete lie.
Yeah. Should we just jam in some random things we want Callum to talk about and see if we can get him to talk about them?
I like this.
3 things.
Bitcoin was good.
Bitcoin.
UFOs and UAPs.
I'll
get him on some conspiracy rabbit hole.
That'll be good. And houseplants. No, that's not a very good third one.
Why did you think of houseplants? Because you looked in the corner and saw a houseplant.
It's what, like playing I Spy, isn't it?
This is the earliest for me as well. Like we woke up at 9.
You're 2 coffees in, aren't you?
Oh, I'm deep. Yeah. Like this is. Look at my eyes. You can see I've got those like morning tired eyes for the viewers.
What times the morning usually start for you?
At the minute, like 12, 1, 2.
Midday 1. But then you live through the night, don't you? Like a cat or a bat or a.
So I love it as well when people like they're almost proud of being up at 6. That annoys me. I'm up at 6. Mate, I was up at 6. I was like, how long did you sleep though? Oh, I went to bed at 9. So you got 9 hours. So shut up.
Yeah.
Whereas people go, you go to bed at you wake up at 2. And I'm like, yeah, because I went to bed at 5 or 6.
Yeah. Shout out to listener of this podcast, Adam Skinner, by the way, because he's got a mad schedule at the minute. He keeps posting that he's in the gym at like 3 a.m. starting his day.
Skinner, stop.
And
stop.
Sometimes I'm at work. Like I cannot wait to get to bed. And he's like, started the day bright and early, smashing it out, a few Pilates. I don't know what else.
Every morning.
I don't know what else he's doing in the gym. Creatine shits and
Skinner lad. Like
it's
all good.
He actually sent me a voice note.
Go back to being like bigger. It's all good.
He actually sent me a voice note on the Depressed CEOs thing. I've not listened to it yet. I don't know if it's going to be suitable for broadcast, but maybe we should listen to it just over.
It's all good, just more editing for me.
Yeah,
if it's bad. So.
Happy New Year. That's what I wanted to say to you. Yeah, what if he says something racist?
Imagine it just blurts out, and you're like, "Whoa,
whoa, mate! Here we go." Oh wait, we need the channel up, don't we?
Oh,
channel 5.
Okay. Oh shit! Yeah, you are right. Go on.
There's a couple of lads in town now. I'm not sure if you're aware of. Could be good podcast guests. There's a former world champion, Rob Cross, who's darts world champion. He lives down Pilly's Lane now, and the current Mr. Olympia, Samson Dorder. He's look him up on Instagram as well. He's living in Boston at the minute as well. He's training out of 100% gym. Could be a couple of decent guests.
Do you know what?
That's nice of Skinner to send us a couple of guests.
Do you know that
ideas.
voice really makes me feel warm.
Yeah, at home.
Yeah, that kind of like Boston twang.
Now, mate.
No, that twang.
Now,
mate.
there's a couple of guests you might
be
aware
mate.
of.
It does make me weirdly. I think I'd have the opposite reaction. I'd be like, oh god. But no, weirdly, I feel warm.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is weird. I've turned a corner.
Thank you, Skinner, for that voice note, which you didn't say
Skinner,
I was allowed to play on the podcast.
Stop going to the fucking gym and telling everybody about it at 3 a.m. in the morning, dude. You're making me feel bad, brother.
He's doing his whoop, isn't he? He's got a whoop loop on.
Oh, he's a whoop.
Do you whoop loop?
No, I don't whoop. I know what a whoop is as well.
Whoop. Whoop whoop. Have you got
Skinner? I'm only jealous, mate.
Have you got
it's
any?
Because I can't go to the gym myself, and this is coming out in a.
Have you got any? Because I think we need to. We're going to see Callum later. I think we need to look like we exercise at least.
But a fat suit, like not a fat suit. I mean like a bodybuilder suit.
I feel like we should wrap ourselves in cling film or something. Can we be like, oh yeah, we're on our weight cut at the moment for the next upcoming fight that we've got. Is that what you do? Wrap yourself in cling film?
Do you know what I think
towels,
would genuinely be good if you were the serious one, and I always wanted to be that comic relief weirdo. You know, where you just. I spoke about this several times.
Just drinking milk in the corner.
I'm not really saying a lot, and I'm just in like a bodybuilder like suit, skin suit, and I'm like, but I don't. The thing is, with the podcast, seriously, yeah, but this is the thing.
Well,
with the podcast,
actually, I don't think he's a professional, so he won't punch.
Is it like serious? Like, I don't want to offend.
No, we're gonna have a laugh with him. We're gonna have a laugh with him.
Good.
I think the line for all our guests should be we're going to talk to them about stuff that probably going to ask them something about boxing, but maybe not. We don't know anything about boxing, do we? Do you know anything about boxing?
Well, Tyson Fury fight was all right.
Did you see the match? Did you see the fight?
Honestly, the lads are all they're all watching it, and they put bets on and stuff. And again, I feel like a bit of an alien.
Yeah, I can't do that. Why? Like, I
don't mind watching it, but I don't really have a horse in the race. Do you know what I mean? I'm not really hard for it. A lot of people are hard for it. It's their thing, I guess. Same with but to be fair, with football, I can get there. I can go back in that.
Yeah,
mode
you get hype in football.
I can be there. But speaking about this a little bit yesterday, we touched on that.
With boxing, I've never really understood how it's scored and stuff. And I watched. I watched a couple of Callum's fights in prep for this, and there's a big one that he did with Biabatov, I think is the guy's name, and he's a mad Russian boxer guy. You got a little call coming in. All right,
shall we answer it?
Yeah, go on.
Live on the pod.
Go on then.
Hello.
David, it's Nikki, accountant.
Oh, hey, mate. I'm just filming a podcast at the minute. I'll call you back, though, because I do need to contact you.
You do, desperately. Okay.
Bless you, mate. You've actually called me. I don't know what your number was. It didn't come up on my phone.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Well, I've got to go out just before 2, but I'll be back later. So I can try you again later.
Well, I've got a bit of stacked day today, so can I call you tomorrow?
Yeah, you can. Not a problem.
Is that all right? I'll get in contact. Thank you for calling me, Nikki. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Nice one, Nikki. Bye.
Bye, Nikki. Thank you. To be fair, Boston lass.
We're getting in the mood, aren't we? This is a nice little setup for today.
Oh, bless you. She called me. I've been meaning to call Nikki. She's got my
David, you're all right. I'm here to do taxes.
She didn't say it like that, did she?
Now, David. Now, listen. I've been meaning... You do. Yeah, you do.
It's coming up.
I've been meaning to... You've been... you do.
You do. Bless her. She's actually called me. I was meant to call her, and she's actually called me.
Oh,
so nice, anybody who's in the, just working for yourself, you will know HMRC are just...
It's January. They're hot dogs breathing down your necks. Yeah, the barbarians are at the gate. They want
just a friendly, gentle reminder.
They want their badge.
Just a friendly, gentle reminder. How many times is a friendly, gentle reminder before it's abusive?
Yeah, I think it would probably serve me better if they were like, "This is a terrifying reminder."
Yeah, I think it would. It would be. Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
They're coming for my money.
They need to be knocking.
Don't have.
They need to be knocking on my door for me to take it seriously. Because at the minute,
there's
only so many.
David Vaughan.
David Vaughan.
Yeah.
HMRC here. We've come.
Just to let you know, you've still not filled in your fucking tax return. Whoa.
Well, okay, dude. Yeah,
right, mate. Yeah. It's 31st, isn't it? 31st. It'll be done. Yeah.
This is a gentle, friendly reminder. And then they fuck off.
That's a good sketch. I like that.
Yeah, that is a great sketch.
We should film that now.
We should film that.
Yeah. Stop this podcast. Let's go
Fuck
film
it.
that.
We're stopping. Gentle, friendly reminders, man, because they're not gentle at all. It's on the point of harassment now. I've had I will look at my text right now, right?
I deleted mine.
I don't. I keep them because I want them as evidence when there's a court case. Just one more step to complete your success. Just one more step. This is on 13th of December, 9th of January, 23rd of January.
Yeah, texting you over Christmas Day. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
By the way, you've not filled in your tax return. Fuck you.
Off. You can file your tax return. You need to pay. You file your tax return. You need to file your tax. There's 17 messages.
Yeah.
Stop.
How much is that costing them as well? I mean, probably not that much anymore because text messages are it's not the expense fest it used to be, is it? Remember when you used to get £10 credit and you're like, that's 1,000 messages.
Fuck, man.
And then you do one phone call and you'd be like, oh, fuck, that was 37p's worth. That's gone.
Do you remember when you used to sign up to websites to get free 10 messages or 100 messages?
Oh, my God. Yeah, the O2 boost thing. And you used to have to text off the computer.
There were weird websites that weren't even tied to O2 or anything where you just got free text messages to any number. And I used to sign up to them all the time.
I wonder what they did with your data.
Jesus. Well, back then.
Yeah, back then. I wonder what they did with
your data. It's even worse now, but back then it's Yeah, fuck. Do you remember texting on
You might have been
well?
deep bed into the internet with your data now. You might be the heart of the internet. Your data,
mate, for fucking 11 in the morning. You might be the heart of everything.
You were saying
maybe Neo.
You were saying you've been on your own a lot. You've been getting a bit upset by conspiracy theories and just the shit that's going on in the world, right?
Yeah.
So maybe,
gotcha.
I don't want to frighten you, but maybe you are the
I
heart
am the one.
You're the heart of the internet.
Are you telling me I'm the one, Morpheus?
I think so. I think I am. Yeah.
Do you remember when Morpheus?
Do I look like Morpheus to you?
Oh, absolutely.
What does Marcellus Wallace look like?
Wrong
does
film,
he look like a bitch?
Same actor, wrong film, but okay.
It's not the same actor.
Is it not?
No.
Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no, it's not. It genuinely isn't. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Samuel L. Jackson. Do you remember when Morpheus slammed through the wall?
Yes, yeah.
But he goes,
God, that's
to
so
save that part in Matrix, it goes, it just goes, and then fucking takes that agent and pins him.
I like the bit when they've got him in the thing and then they pull the helicopter up outside and they literally shoot the window out, and then he's just sat there with the probes on his head, and then he manages somehow to snap the handcuffs behind his back and just run at the helicopter, then gets a bullet through the ankle and goes...
That's me, fighting HMRC.
HMRC of the Smiths.
Yeah.
Yeah. The smell of it.
Mr. Vaughn, you haven't filled in your tax return.
Mr. Andervon.
Mr. May.
Oh,
we need your tax return.
I know.
The guy who played...
I'm doing it. I'm halfway through. Get me...
Who was the actor who played... Pull it up. Oh, shit. Who was the actor?
He's here for the next one. Don't worry. He's all right.
Who's the actor who played?
He's got a sore
Agent
tum-tum.
Smith?
I don't know. Let me have a look. Hold on. Pull it up, producer.
Because he's great. He's great.
Yeah.
Mr. Oh, he's the guy who plays in Lord of the Rings as well. He plays... I
wouldn't know about that, would I?
I'm not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan.
Hugo Weaving.
Yeah, look at some of his favourite...
Hugo Weaving, Agent Smith.
No. That's the new one. Is it not? Let's have a look. Is it not?
Who played Agent Smith in The Matrix, 1999?
Oh, no, you might have been right.
Hugo Weaving,
You are right. Sorry, I got a glance. It's him. Let's have a look.
Hugo Weaving, mate.
Mate, what an actor, dude. He also played... Let's go to his IMDb, because he also played... sorry, because you're not into films, are you really?
No, I am into films.
He played Elrond.
Hold on. Can I just clarify?
Elrond, sorry.
You said to me...
No, your favourite film's Full Monty, mate. You said
to me yesterday, what is that film that everybody says is the classic film? And I said, Citizen Kane. And you were like, nah, mate. Shawshank Redemption.
Everybody,
the classic film.
Everybody thinks Shawshank Redemption is the best film. Unfortunately, and this is a compliment, I think you are quite cultured.
I think
I don't think you're John Smith Everyman. This is why we're friends.
Yeah, maybe. I think also I'm coming from a position of like, what would people that really, really like film say is like the beginning of film, and I'd say that it was probably Citizen Kane.
Maybe exactly because you're quite.
Do you know Rosebud? Have you ever seen Citizen Kane?
No, because I'm not.
Do you know the premise of Citizen Kane? I'll break it down for you really quickly. Have you seen the Simpsons episode where Mr. Burns is looking for Bobo the teddy?
I vaguely remember.
That's Citizen Kane. It's a really, really rich man who is like on his deathbed, and he keeps saying Rosebud basically, and then everybody's speculating on what Rosebud means. And they go through
you just ruined the film.
They go through, yeah. Well, you're never going to watch it, are you? They go through his whole life story, right? And then at the end of the film, you find out what Rosebud is. So I haven't ruined it. You just find out at the end.
You fucking ruined it for me. So.
Well, do you want me to tell you what it is then?
No.
Oh,
don't. Genuinely, I'm messing.
You might watch it. It's like
I will watch it.
It's an old black and white film. It's hours long. You probably won't watch it.
Right, this is how fucking you don't know me, dude.
You don't know me, dude.
Have
you watched the full Monty yet?
You're not even my best friend.
You watched the full Monty yet?
Yeah.
Do you remember when you set a reminder to watch the full Monty? But then actually, to be fair, we did say we would watch it together, didn't we?
But I didn't do it on here, dude. Oh. Look at my watch list, 80, and I do get through them because at the minute I'm doing Slow Horses, which was recommended by Leanne's dad.
Very nice, yeah.
Have you seen Slow Horses?
No, I've seen Leanne's dad though.
Great answer. Joking. So Citizen Kane.
I've actually never met Leanne's dad. That'd be nice to meet him.
Oh, you get on, you too.
Yeah, probably talk about pizzas and
funny guy.
Yeah. Sorry. Citizen Kane.
Oh, 1941, man.
Yeah. It's
Orson Welles.
Probably the birth of big cinema. I reckon that one.
Add to watch list.
It is a classic. You may or may not enjoy it.
Well, I tried to get you to watch that, but you was like,
"What was that? Interstellar?"
Severance. But you was like,
"No, I've watched the first episode now."
I thought you were going to end that with first season.
No, I've watched the first episode.
Oh, you got through it, did you?
Yeah. Cool. No, I've got through it. It's just that kind of dystopian.
Yeah, but you gave it one episode.
Yeah, but I'll fight through it. I'll fight through a second episode, but like sometimes that stuff grabs you, sometimes it doesn't. That dystopian.
You might like Slow Horses because it's English based.
Yeah. What's it about? Slow Horses.
About a member of a group. Like, I'm going to really hash this out. Do you know what? I'm just going to because my brain is.
You're just going to read the
synopsis.
Yeah.
Which is what fire in your brain, Dave. Not what it is. It's synopsis. This is what I mean by my brain, right? The problem is, can I just say for the listeners,
the problem is it's early and you've had.
No. This is what I'm like all the time because the problem is my brain I have information firing in there at 50 million miles
in your
synopsis. In my synopsis. Genuinely funny.
I'm such a cunt. I'm sorry.
No, that's genuinely funny. That's great. I have them firing in my synopsis.
Yeah.
At 50 million miles an hour, and to pick one out, I have to catch it. I think it goes before the next one pushes its way through.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I could describe my brain. So it's not like recalling information. It's the fact that I'm too fucking genius.
Yeah,
I'm too genius.
You are too
That's
clever.
That's the sentence.
Really. Yeah.
I really am too clever for my own good. So back away. Back away, mate.
Cool. So we're reading the synopsis of this film. What is it?
Slow Horses, mate, follows a team of British intelligence agents who serve as a dumping ground department for MI5 due to their career-ending mistakes.
Okay.
And that's where I will...
That sounds like a John Smith Everyman film.
So we should describe to the viewers what a John Smith Everyman is. Because we've said that 3 times now.
I've really
enjoyed
enjoyed
that from my friend Jane.
Producer Jane, I really enjoy the John Smith Everyman. It's like you start with something that a John Smith Everyman would like. Football.
Oh, great, mate.
Football.
Ask me if I like pineapple on pizza.
Do you like pineapple on pizza?
Fucking sacrilege!
Yeah. That kind of thing.
Just the like reaction.
Traditional views on most stuff. Likes football.
The John Smith Everyman.
Washes his car on a Saturday.
chippy tea.
Yeah.
Like, it just won't.
Has a general knowledge of how to fit a plug.
Yes.
And like can put together like some stuff.
Yeah.
Probably like, you know.
Doesn't think too deep about anything.
Yeah. Just like
surface level.
Likes what they like.
Mate. That's it. Down the middle. None of this foreign muck. Just kind of.
You turn John Smith Everyman into John Smith racist.
John Smith racist, yeah.
No, because John Smith Everyman probably likes a curry. Probably likes a curry.
Yeah, but English curry, right?
Yeah, or Chinese chippy curry.
Mate, to be fair though, chippy curry sauce is insane.
Yeah, it is good. It is good.
There's some I will dip in.
like some. Well, no, actually, because I feel like John Smith Everyman would go down to, what's it called, the Rose of Bengal in Boston and order a vindaloo with all his mates. That's a John Smith Everyman move, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
And then the extra hot chicken at Nando's.
To be fair, I don't have extra hot chicken at Nando's, but I do like a Nando's. To be fair, I'm a bit of a John Smith Everyman if I start to think about it.
I think we all are in some aspects.
I think we've all got it.
I think we're all.
You're right, man.
We're all John Smith Everymans to some extent, but like just some people are 100% John Smith Everyman, and some people are percentage John Smith Everyman.
I think I don't like when somebody's all in on something. Do you know what I mean? Like that's their thing. Like this is my thing. Like my thing is going to the gym, and that's all I ever talk about. And I mean, to be fair, that's quite trope to say like a gym thing, because that is just like every.
I think that exercise is important. By the way.
Oh mate, look at me.
I just don't do it.
Yeah, look at me, dude. Like the only reason why I pull fucking.
Big up Skinner, by the way.
But the only reason why I
big
pull
up Skinner listening to this at 4 a.m.
The only reason why I take the piss out of Skinner is because on a deeper level, I can't do that. Yeah. I wish I could do that, and I will 100%. But it's not funny. That's not funny.
Yeah.
What's funny is saying fucking shut up, Skinner, about your 3 a.m.
Get down the gym and eat a Twix.
Yeah, exactly. You were funnier when you were bigger. That's funny. Isn't that everybody though?
I've just nearly choked on some water there.
Listen.
Sorry.
You ever watch It's Always Sunny?
Yes. Yeah.
Fat Mac is funnier than Fit Skinny Mac.
Yeah.
End of story.
Rob McElhenney, that for me now though is giving me the ick after that.
Because he's now
the Wrexham thing is too nice.
Because now his eyes are rolled back and he's become Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yes, I will do your bidding.
Is it a bit like becoming a Death Eater?
I think
sounds like Lucius Malfoy.
Again, I think we spoke about this because it's Walt Disney that controls everything essentially, and he is in an underground bunker.
The corpse of Walt Disney.
Exactly. And Tom Holland is his prodigy son, who's an agent. Yes, Tom, take over. Sony Entertainment. Sony and Marvel will merge into the symbiote. And fucking Tom Holland goes into the underground bunker and just his eyes roll back and goes, Father, I have come to do your bidding. And he's like, yes, my boy. I would love to do a film on Walt Disney, like being this just overlord of the, I mean, because it's like proper conspiracy.
He's a bit like a mix between the Emperor from Star Wars and Voldemort. In that impersonation.
Yeah, for sure.
Who else am I getting from that?
So what's that be? Have you ever watched Dune?
Dune.
Dune, yeah. Sorry, Dune.
No.
Dune or Dune 2.
I was just checking that's what you meant.
Can't remember what that big man is in the vat of, like him is what the vibe. When he comes out the vat of oil. People who've seen Dune know.
Isn't this who you referenced me to be in? Once the fat,
you've got like
fat
a
man from Dune with
head,
a bald head, and then like the tiny little sunglasses.
Not tiny. I don't think he has tiny sunglasses.
I think I said that I wanted to be like a giant. I wanted the bad guy to be like a giant man, bed-bound with. Yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
What's his name? Because I typed in Dune Fat Man.
Dune Fat Man.
The Baron, yeah, that's his name. Baron Harkonnen. Baron Harkonnen. Played, I can't remember who he was played by. Again, another great. I love those. And again, another thing is like the big blob man from Blade, if you remember.
Oh, maybe that's what you were talking about. With me, the blob man from Blade.
Yeah. So that's what I see. Yes. and he talks like that. But Tom Holland also talks like that. The thing is with Tom Holland, if I'm being serious, I kind of like the guy. But it's just funny to me that Tom is like, he's so unsuspecting because he's really nice. And I don't know why. I just have this like...
Who's Tom Holland?
The guy who plays Spider-Man. You know who Tom Holland is. He's actually a really nice person.
I thought Tobey Maguire was Spider-Man.
I mean, yes, you are right.
New Spider-Man.
I mean, you are correct on both.
So Tom Holland is the new Spider-Man for the next generation.
Yeah.
The Gen Z Spider-Man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Tom Holland, lovely lad, lovely chap. You know Tom Holland with going out with Zendaya.
Going out with who?
Zendaya.
Who's Zendaya?
Oh, really? I thought you I didn't know how bad this was because you told me yesterday. I don't know who celebs are really. To be fair, mate, keep it that way because you don't want to know.
Who's Zendaya? What does she do?
Zendaya is also an actress. She's in,
and
they're both great actresses. She was also in Spider-Man and in many other films. And now they're a celeb couple.
He looks like a villain, though.
This is my thing. So, right, Tom Holland, I believe, I've seen him in interviews and stuff. And
he's a villain's face.
No, he's a cool guy. But that's the one you'd least expect to be turned. Therefore, that's why I think he's a good...
I think he looks villainous from the off. He's very pale. He's very pale, and his skin is quite tight, stretched to his quite tightly stretched to his face.
You know who looks villainous? You want to talk about villainous, mate?
Are you going to talk about one of the characters from the Full Monty that I like?
Please. This man.
James Corden.
Look at him. Look at his dead eyes.
One thing that I will say.
Look at this thin veneer of... I'm okay. I'm fine. You can trust me.
Hollywood has swallowed him though.
Yeah, he's another one.
Yes. One thing I will say is I did watch. I don't want to get you angry or anything here, but I did watch the Gavin and Stacey Christmas special this year because I was like, I have watched the series. And
my next door neighbour texted me about it, and it made me rage. Carry on.
But also watching it and seeing. Like,
it's great to have the cast back together again.
Everybody else,
everybody
else on the cast is like withered.
Well,
they all look like withered. Like obviously everyone ages and stuff like that, but they all look withered and they're wrecked and their skin's bad and they're like the teeth are falling out and they're like, oh, hello Smithy, you again.
And Smith is like,
and then James Corden walks in,
pristine.
all fucking like he looks better than he's ever looked in that show
because he sold his soul to the devil.
It looks like he sucked all of the youth out of
course,
the rest of the cast.
Because they drink the blood of
children.
In
fact, if you took the Gavin and Stacey Christmas special from this year, right, and you put everybody in black and white and put Smithy in colour, and then you inserted some kind of narrative about how Smithy has
drank the blood of children,
sucked all the youth out of everybody else in the thing, and now everybody else lives in this black and white tortured universe, and you wouldn't even have to FX them to make them look haggard. They look like rotten to the core, and Smithy looks just like pristine. He's had all this work done in Hollywood. There's a really insincere love meet at the end where you just kind of go, oh, that was cliche.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you said everybody's in black and white.
Also, sorry, he's a plumber, but he's like minted, but mega minted. And I'm like, cool, but you work on your own and you have like an old Volvo.
There is a scene in Thor: Love and Thunder, terrible film. The only scenes, again, Marvel, fuck you. But I could have a whole podcast about why Marvel fell off.
Fuck you, Marvel.
Fuck you, Marvel. I hate you because of this mess. But there's a whole scene in it, which I will say for Thor: Love and Thunder, where it's all black and white and it's all color graded. And when you said black and white, I imagine this like dystopian.
It looks like 300, right? Do you remember? Not 300. Sin City.
Sin City, yeah.
Sin City was like that, right?
Christian Bale played, again, a fantastic performance, Christian. I do appreciate
not Christian Bale, just to clarify for legal
exactly,
purposes.
Yeah.
Christian Bale.
If I could thank Chris personally for his, acting, trying to make that film good, but it was terrible. Gavin and Stacey being black and white, and because James Corden obviously clearly drinks the blood of children.
Yeah, in Hollywood.
Because that's what he's done. When you go to Hollywood, you go deep enough.
Yeah, his eyes have gone inside out. Yeah,
Walt Disney, you get to certain levels, okay? There's level 1, where you level 2, level 3. I think P. Diddy's parties are about level 7.
Right.
And then we go to level 10, which is underground, underneath Walt Disney is Walt Disney. And you get to sell. You have a transfusion where he's taken the blood of the children that go because they go missing. And there are corridors underneath Walt Disney. You can Google this.
Children go missing in Disneyland.
No, they don't. But there are underground tunnels in Disney.
I feel like this is going to be a headline that the Daily Mail picks up on. Podcast exposes underground tunnels in Disneyland where children go missing.
Do you know why? Because they won't.
Because Walt Disney controls the narrative and he's given them all Disney Plus.
Thinking hell, mate. You've got it. Yeah. Come join me in my conspiracy world.
I do love Conspiracy Corner, by the way.
They're great.
It's so fun to sit in.
But you can't... Yeah, it's great. You have to come over.
Can fuck you up, though.
This is what I was telling you. Me and you had a very serious conversation last night about how deep you go until I have to, close the door.
Yeah. You got a bit upset, didn't you?
Why are you saying I got upset, dude? I did a little bit. Like genuinely...
No, you said to me that like you got to a point where you didn't feel great. But
no,
after
because
reading all the
after read like on a serious.
Upset's the wrong word. Sorry.
No, you're being correct. I'm being defensive because I don't. Yeah, it is a bit. It's like I mean, it's a comedy podcast, but genuinely, like I have been watching a lot of conspiracies, and it's just like if some of them are true, because the thing is, I'm quite open minded. I said this to Leanne. I was like, I'm quite open-minded. And to quote Darren Brown, you can be so open-minded that your brain could fall out. Which is, I live by that quote. Okay, and I remember just to like, sometimes you have to be very critical. And you have to have somebody that's logical to go, hey, maybe.
Whoa.
Or come back from the edge.
Hey, what? Logical thinking's good.
Yeah. So you have to have somebody to come. But my point being is like, you can go so deep where you go, okay, dude, I need to fucking take a chill. And we need to, because you actually you need to go outside and look at the sky. Because that's real.
Or
is it?
That's
what I mean.
That's what the Matrix want you to think.
Tom.
I've started listening to a love frequency to get me to go to sleep. Do you ever do that? Is that a Leanne kind of thing? Sorry, this is a complete sideways turn. But I'm
thinking how to respond.
I feel like I need to tell you this in terms of conspiracy. Because, like, do you ever listen to healing frequencies?
No.
It's just like whale noise, really.
Well, I listen, you know what I go to? If you came and woke me up this morning, did you hear the white noise? Like...
But it sounds like you're being sucked down a plug hole if you're listening to white noise.
Me and Softy both listen to white noise, and I have walked in on Softy when he's honestly Softy when I used to.
Jelkin.
I lived with him for quite a while. I say like 2 weeks.
Did he get who got who into the white noise? Or did you both get into
both? We both because we're just idiots together.
My child listens to white noise.
Great. I love it. Like I think white noise, but it's funny the image of me coming to Softy and he had like this. He has this queen size bed, right, and silk robes, like pink silk.
Yeah.
And it's just such a funny image to come into. And he's just like sprawled out.
Like
it's like a vampire.
Like a lord.
Yeah, it's insane. And it was so good to come into. And I just remember just staring at him and he's got his laptop on with his white noise and he's like got a fan on his face. He's got his eye mask on. He's in his pink robe. And I'm just thinking...
That's such a particular sleep routine.
Dude, I have to have that fan on even in the winter because I like the feeling of the air on my face. Yeah. And I put my head out. This is how particular I get. And if I don't have those things in place now, like when I went to go stay, me and Leanne went for a nice...
else's house or a hotel.
I need to get blackout drunk.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, not got my things. And then I go... Fine, and then I just get like either blackout drunk or tipsy to pass out.
Well, I stayed at your house last night and I slept on your sofa, and I think I told you I went to sleep okay, but then I woke up and I was like, "There's the computers on in the corner of the room, and inside it is like a fucking fairground of lights,
it's like the UAPs,
purple, yellow, green." Blue,
dude, you should have just
a flash.
To turn it off,
but then I didn't realize until I went to sleep, and then I woke up and I was like, "What is going on here?" Because I think somebody went for a piss or something in the night, and then I was like, "I need to throw something over that."
That'd probably be me.
Over that. Did you shit yourself after that pot noodle last night? The 2 a.m.
No, not yet. I haven't shit.
Oh, that's good, mate. Good.
Cheers, man.
Well done. Good.
And you can vouch for that.
Bowels.
You can vouch that I'm a man of my word. It's not just a...
You took a king-size pot noodle up to bed, disappointed at the amount of the king.
I showed you.
Yeah. The king pot was there, but the king amount of noodles was very... I think they put a regular noodles in a king pot, didn't they? There
scammed me there, mate.
Really did.
Co-op price
but you
as
did
well,
eat
£1.40.
It was 2 a.m. Exactly, it was 2 a.m. exactly. Yeah.
I told you, I'm a man of my word. I don't just. I live this life. I live this life, dude. I don't just fucking pretend for.
Yeah, not for comedy.
No.
But would this not make you feel just like nice?
Oh wait, hold on. You've Bluetoothed it, right?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Oh,
there you go. Instead of just. You want to hear this, right? David, it's time to go to sleep. David, this is 639 hertz. This is going to just gently attract some love and raise positive energy.
Just think about as you go to sleep and drift off of how many things you're appreciative of. Think about what you love. Think about what you hate. But we'll push all the negative feelings aside.
Would you like to hear something to heal your heart chakra?
Oh.
Can you just feel your heart chakra healing? Maybe not with my nasal whining, but maybe if I speak a bit more like this. Listen to your heart chakra. Feel it healing. Especially if you are a vampire of sorts and have just been stabbed in the heart with a stake or a metal skewer implement.
I mean,
I think that's enough love frequency, to be honest.
That's very nice, and I just, because you've got the, so we've done like the nice, and you was like, oh, do you not think you could go to sleep to that? Can you do me a favour and just do my one?
Yeah, what's
I'll
your?
send you on WhatsApp.
Oh yeah, okay.
So that's the very nice gentle version. This is mine, and I'll do a rendition of it now.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to mute the advert.
What the fuck, dude?
I've got adverts on YouTube because I don't pay for it.
Oh, I don't, but you use Brave browser.
Thomas! Good! You have come! Convince Sony to come back around. Take over the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Make it Disney.
Yes, Father. I have nearly taken over the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That's literally my...
I just that to me is such an intense sound.
That to me is like
in my ears, like that. I feel like
my eyes were shutting, dude.
In nothingness.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Do you know what I genuinely think it is?
If I just want you to shut you off, I just have to play like celestial white
that'll
noise.
turn me down. Yeah.
I'm done.
So the
Imagine
thing
if a DJ just played that on a night out and everyone just went to sleep.
Well, can I explain to you why logically I think this is?
No, please. Yeah.
The nice sounds, my brain goes, oh, that's really nice.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh,
I get that.
That's fine. That's really, this is quite good at it. And then before I know it, I'm like, I'm concentrating on how nice it is and questioning it.
Yeah.
White noise is just a constant. Mm-hmm. Like, there's nothing I can really, it's white noise. Yeah. There's nothing I can really think about it. I go, oh, yeah. If there's any like variation, my brain goes, oh, now we're at a different place. This is why with the calming noise, like,
it rises.
Some people love like talking when they go to sleep, like a podcast, and I can't because I'm like, I want to know what they're saying.
You start listening. Well, this is, I think...
white noise is just...
I used to use TV shows that I knew really, really well. So like Friends or How I Met Your Mother, or just like crap telly that you've watched a load of times and you know everything that happens, nothing's a surprise. So when you've got it on, you know the episode's inside out and you can just like listen to it and just go to sleep. But now, because I got used to not sleeping with anything, just quiet,
I think you could get used
dark.
To it, right? Yeah.
Now when I do that, my brain's too attentive and it's like, oh, I want to watch this actually. And so now I can't. Now I have to sleep with like sight. Like, to be fair, last night I put my AirPods in, noise cancelling, and then I was like, oh, just put a bit of WWF on. Just to go to sleep. Just to go to sleep. No way out.
Just JR screaming.
No way out. No way out. 2000. And then when I woke up at 4:00, it was the Cactus Jack Triple H Hell in a Cell match. the barbed wire is on fire in its face. And I'm like, what is this doing to my brain in the night? Like,
so it wasn't like somebody that
it
was WWF.
Well, no,
WWF
I woke up because I heard like movement, and I was, when you hear movement through noise cancelling headphones, I'm like, well, fuck, somebody's in the room. But actually, I think it was you going to do a jobby.
I wasn't in a jobby piss.
Oh, a piss,
sure.
a steamy pot.
Pot noodle piss.
When you have a pot noodle, does your piss stink of pot noodle?
No.
If you're dehydrated?
I mean, maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Not of pot noodle though. Like, maybe a dehydrated pissy, but. But so anyway. I'm intrigued you listen to WWE.
Not exclusively, not every night.
You're
like
going on about me like, I don't know, get what noise, mate. But you literally have JR ASMR.
ASM.
I've nailed that, haven't I?
ASMJR. Yeah.
ASM. Yeah, no, I don't think that rolls off the
ASMR.
JR. Or JR.
ASMR, JR.
ASMR.
Yeah, it was a little bit like
Imagine
that.
that's another skit.
Yeah.
Just before you're about to go to bed. There's JR.
My God, off the top rope. My God, he's dead. He's dead. Yeah.
And you're just
Mick Foley's career is over. That was it.
He's never going to come out of this alive.
My God, Triple H has just broken him in half.
Oh my God, how will he ever survive?
Genuinely loving all the wrestling being back on Netflix, by the way. And I'm only watching the matches that I liked.
Yeah, you sent me
so
this,
I think I had like three episodes of SmackDown on tape, and then like one Raw, Royal Rumble 99 or 2000, and then No Way Out, and then Backlash, maybe Backlash, where Shane McMahon jumped off the top of the thing onto the big show.
That's what you got.
Here comes the money. Here comes the money.
Money.
I'm so excited for all that again. And then,
do you know? Talking about wrestling, staying on the theme. Yeah. I've got a weird crush, and I can't.
John
let
Cena?
it go.
No,
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, new wrestler on the right. I've got a horrible
Is it a
crush
man?
on her. No.
Oh, okay, right. Rhea
Ripley, and I don't know. I'm like, I feel like I should.
Oh, RHEA.
Yeah. Look, Jesus. Okay.
Oh, she's like a bit China-esque.
She's Australian. Jesus.
Does that do it for you? Rhea Ripley.
I don't know why. I can't explain.
That?
Yeah.
That's got it for you, has it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can we put that picture in?
Yeah.
I'm just holding my phone for no reason. You just put it in. Yeah, okay.
Do you not think? Not for you?
She's not for me. She gives off a sort of villainous, chaotic feel to me. It doesn't really do it for me. But it doesn't mean doesn't mean it's wrong. Doesn't mean it's wrong. Doesn't mean that you're
don't get it.
Doesn't mean that your brain's bust or
don't know why. Don't get it. I was just like, I saw a wrestling, and when your man brain goes, oh yeah, and you tilt your head to the side, and you go, that's interesting. I didn't think I'd like that.
And you slope off.
I haven't spoken about that slope off. Just do a slow joke. Another, I haven't spoken about this on the podcast, but like an old crush I used to have. Like, what's like a weird crush for you? If you could go back in time and like one that's like, God bless them, a bit unconventional. Mine was that like Sarah Millican, who was that comedian. I thought she was weirdly hot, and I can't put my finger on it.
Because I'm so bad.
Because she shouldn't be.
Because
you know Sarah Millican?
Yeah, I know Sarah Millican. Yeah, because I'm so bad at celebrities, I don't really have many of these. Like
not even back in the day.
Not really. No, not really. No, because I think all the people that I fancied back in the day were quite normal people, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, like John Everyman.
Sarah Michelle. Yeah, exactly. I was a John Everyman. John Smith man. Was it John Smith man?
John Smith Everyman.
I was a John Smith Everyman with everyone I fancied. Britney Spears, although did I actually really fancy Britney? I don't think I fancied Britney until the Toxic video. Then very much fancied Britney. And then yes, but like not. I don't really find like Kim Kardashian that attractive.
That's
or like these
there
people.
There we go, dude.
So I've never really like what as I've got older to the point where I'm like, I think I fancy people that are more like normal people. Do you know what I mean? Like if I see somebody, if I see somebody in the street, I might be like, oh, they're an attractive person.
I can understand that. When people say I really fancy Kim Kardashian, she's like good looking. I get it. Okay, like conventionally good looking, just not for me. And now John Everyman would swoop in now and go, "What do you mean? What do you mean you a banger? Are you gay?" That's what John Everyman would say. And it's like, look, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, she's just not my type. Like, I'm sorry.
I think I know that I wouldn't be her type. I think that's.
I've
got an awareness that like the scenario where somebody would be like, right, Kim Kardashian's laid out on your bed, completely naked. You walk in, she's oiled up, ready to go. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
And I would be like, well,
ask for consent.
I would be walking in, and Kim Kardashian would be like, who the fuck are you?
No. What?
In my scenario, I walk in and I go, oh. And Kim Kardashian goes, I'm sorry, I must be in the wrong place because I am in your fantasy and I should be
in John Everyman's fantasy.
John Everyman.
Right.
But
now,
in his fantasy, John Everyman is 6'5". He's got an immaculate body and a humongous horse penis, whereas you are just completely you in your fantasy and you are naked, white, very pale, slight residue beer belly,
because we live in reality,
and I'm like, we could do sex if you want to do that. And she would be like,
do you consent to this?
I think she would be like, not with you.
Oh, I was expecting somebody.
I think even in my fantasies, Kim Kardashian turns me down.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because I just don't. It's just not rooted in. It needs to be real.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But then,
56-year-old divorcee, huge knockers, gunt, laid on my bed. I can see that happening. Realistic. Do you know what I mean? Full on gunt, hanging down. Like it's not pretty. But I'm like, if I walk into a room and she's on my bed oiled up,
at least you're on a level, right?
Yeah,
you get your gut out. Like
I'd be like, look,
gunt on gut.
I know that she's probably the one reaching in this scenario, but at least I feel like this could actually really happen.
This is a level playing field almost.
Yeah.
There's
Kim Kardashian, too glamorous. Doesn't roll in my circles. 56-year-old divorcee with a gun.
Yeah.
Maybe does.
Hanging out the back of it.
Yeah. I would. Yeah.
Take what you get.
Take what you got. What do you do? 56-year-old divorcee with a gun laid on your bed. What do you do?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
But then John Everyman
asking for consent.
John Everyman would be like, "Oh, I fucking turn away, mate." When I'm out, and like he thinks he's like, because in his fantasy he's the fucking ripped genius.
Depends on the level of John Everyman, because some John Everyman might be like, "Would smash anyway."
Sod it. One of my favourite videos was that fucking Scouser who went and banged that Thai lady boy and was just like, don't care, mate. It's just fit, isn't she? And it's just
fair enough.
Just wild. That was an old video that was just fucking circulating. And it reminds me of that. Just like, what did you do? Just bang anyway.
What do you do?
I think if I was younger, I think I would bang a lady boy.
Why not now?
Because I'm old now. Like, in my youth, it's
when you were single and free and like loose and
aloof, in 20s. Right. I think I would have gone, sod it.
Next week, Leanne dies. You're in Thailand. You're presented with a lady boy. What do you do?
What do you do? Tell me.
You're saying you defo wouldn't now?
Well, again, you've gone back to that. Like, I think too much now. Like, I'm like, well, this is all very...
I'm in a scenario. There's a lot going on here.
I'm in Thailand. Why am I here? Like, I'm fat.
It's very warm, but they do good noodles. The middle of banging a ladyboy and you have a pot noodle shit.
Why would I be having pot noodles in Thailand? Imagine if I went all the way to Thailand and I went, are any pot noodles about?
A suitcase full of pot noodles taken in with you just in case.
They're like, we have amazing food here. Why do you have...
Just in case I can't eat your inedible swill.
Yeah.
These are for 2 a.m. and you've got your fan, loads of pot
I need
noodles.
my fan. I need my pot noodle. I need my white noise.
Blackout.
Blackout in the Thailand. Just.
Oh my god!
Could have had all the most amazing. By the way, Thai food is some of my favourite food. I love Thai.
Yeah, I like a Thai curry. You know,
green or red.
Either. Actually.
Either, man. I'm an either now.
Yeah,
I used to be quite red boy, but
I do like a red. I don't present it with either. I'd be pretty happy. I don't really mind.
Thai's just bang on, isn't it?
Yeah. And suit. Wow.
Sorry, what?
Suit.
Suit.
Suit and tie.
Oh God. If we didn't have 10 minutes left, I would have ended that right there. I put me on all right there.
Fuck, I really wish that we could end this podcast on that note.
No, definitely not.
Have I ever told you about my gypsy fish?
No.
I got a fish from the fair in 1996.
Okay.
And,
what a wild thing as well, like fish in bags, if you think about it.
Yeah, fish in bags, yeah.
Who thought we'd put it in a bag? It'll be all right. Hook a duck with a fish. What the fuck? That sounds like a trip.
It's like a quid for a fish, which is a bargain, to be fair.
Where did they get this fish?
I've no idea.
Carry on with your story.
But your parents sort of warn you. I think when you're a parent, and I think when you're a kid, it's a good thing to have a pet because it teaches you about death, which is something that everybody goes through. Right.
There's different varies of death though. Like the death of a fish is quite different to the death of a dog.
But when you're 5 and 6 years old, the death of a fish is still important. So
true.
I guess my parents were like, "Hey, you can get a fish if you want. We'll get a fish tank and everything like that. But just to let you know, this fish might not last very long." This fish, right, that I had, lasted years. Like, lasted so long that I think my parents were annoyed at. It was like the Tyson Fury of fish. It was just boxing its way through life. It was like 8 years old, I think. By the time, and my long story short, somebody that I lived with ended up taking all our fish that we had multiple pet fish at this time, putting them in a pond outside, and that finally killed it off. But until then,
it spent all its life in a bag.
It wasn't not the whole life. It didn't just live in a bag the entire time for 8 years. It was in a tank and that, like being fed with we put like plants and shit in it. It lived a good life. And pebbles in there.
And then you put it with other fish and it went, oh dear God.
Well, you put it in a pond outside and it just shit itself and went, right, no, that's it. Done for me. It was like Tyson Fury fighting Usyk when it went in that pond.
It's like, imagine the life of
Final
a fish,
boss.
right, where...
Mad, innit?
Imagine, right now,
yeah,
we're outside
and
we're just living our life.
Cold out there as well.
And
-7.
a fucking Thai green curry is on a piece of rope from the sky.
Yeah.
And you go,
that's right.
fucking hell, Thai green curry there? And you're like, I don't know, this is a bit weird. And I go, no, I'm going to fucking grab
Chopping
that.
in.
And I grab it, and then I fucking start eating it, and I get caught with the Thai green curry in my mouth. and then just yanked upwards. You're seeing your best mate, like, I go, all right, what? Your brain's already got, what the fuck is that? And then I'm being pulled out by this gigantic, I don't know,
gigantic hook
being, like looking at me going, and I don't understand the fucking language you speak.
And then his mate's there taking a picture with his phone,
and you're like, what the fuck? All I wanted was a Thai green curry and a bit of rope. And then I'm now in pain. Like, I don't know why I'm bleeding, and maybe I get thrown back in to reality. And I come down to you, and I'm like, hey, don't. The fucking don't if you see Thai green curries on ropes, don't do it.
That's if they put you back. What if they eat you?
Exactly.
Could be gone forever, couldn't you? My best
Imagine
mate.
that.
Rip.
He's got taken.
He's gone. It's mental. As a fisherman as well, because I'm a fisherman, I would say.
Excuse me?
People say, oh, it's okay to catch a fish as long as you don't use a barbed hook. A barbed hook is where it's got like a little thing that juts out that keeps it stuck in their mouth. They were like, oh, it's like a trip to the dentist for them. And I'm like,
these people are making shit
how
up
do
to
you
feel
know?
bad.
You're not speaking to a fish. Like, this could be the most barbaric difficult thing that they've ever gone through. It's awful for them. They're being plucked out of their environment against their will. All they wanted was a bit of food. Oh, they've got a 3-second memory though. They don't know.
This is what I was about to say. When people say, "Oh, he's got memory like a goldfish," how do we know he has a 3-second memory? I think we've said this just to make ourselves feel better.
I think it's based on like test. It must be based on some form of testing, mustn't it? But then also like,
how do we know? We just have to read the internet and believe what we believe.
People just make things up now and lie, don't they?
Yeah. This is what I mean about NASA. Oh, there's a fucking, there's a planet out there that rains glass. And you're like, oh, is there?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no,
sure.
Can I take a look? No, we've done the test. Don't worry about it. How do you...
Can you show me?
Can you show me?
Show me a picture.
No,
show me a picture.
We look through a
video.
telescope. We've done all these tests and just take it for not. Okay. And then people that we just talk about this and I'm like, hey, sounds a bit crazy, but is there really... Well, it's science, isn't it? It's science. How do you know, sir?
Science has been wrong before, we'll just say.
Science has been brilliant before.
Science is brilliant.
We have penicillin. We have aspirin.
Oh, that's a good one. Penicillin, that's a good one to go to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Science is great, but we have to calm down sometimes. And I'm not saying NASA's wrong. I'm just saying we have to take their word for it.
Really?
Say with people, oh, memory of a goldfish, mate. They've done the tests. And you're like, okay.
We don't need to try that hard, really, do we? The world just provides everything that we need, essentially, because we, like penicillin, like that's such an important thing, but like humans are obviously kind of discovered that through, but it's bacteria. Bacteria is like, it's mad, isn't it? Like,
there's mushrooms as well.
Yeah,
like
the world, about, like, eventually we need something. Humans are dying, blah, blah, blah. We need something. Bacteria just grows and creates a penicillin. Fucking mental. Have you heard, by the way, I read this morning, that how much energy like one search on ChatGPT uses?
I haven't heard this, but I know having it's like AI is like energy. Yeah, it does take a lot.
So hold on, I screenshotted this morning. Again,
we have to take this.
I'm taking this absolutely as it is, right? This is just a post that somebody put on Instagram. One search on ChatGPT uses 10 times the amount of energy as a Google search. Training one AI model produces the same amount of carbon dioxide as 300 round trips between New York and San Francisco, and 5 times the lifetime emissions of a car. We don't need AI art. We don't need AI grocery lists. We don't need AI self-driving cars. We don't need ChatGPT or Gemini or Grok or DALL-E or whatever revolutionary technology already exists inside our own human brains. We need the Earth. And it's in reference to the wildfires in California.
Jesus, I didn't even bring that up.
Because they were like...
I learned about that last night when I went to bed, and I was like, oh, wait, what?
Mad, innit? Mad.
And then I went on Twitter.
Yeah.
And it was lasers.
What, the lasers caused the wildfires?
And I'm like, okay.
I think it's just the extreme heat of San Francisco. No,
logically, mate, you're probably correct. But on Twitter,
it's global warming.
On Twitter,
it's the natural.
It's the globalists, the lasers, they're firing sky lasers. It's the globalists.
And
you got fucking what's his name? Fucking screaming that. Oh man, I forget his name now.
Jordan Peterson.
No, Jordan Peterson sounds like this. I know. What's the thing? You know?
Yeah, he's not screaming.
No, he's not screaming.
Calm.
It's who am I thinking of? He's fucking looking after himself now. He looks. This is how crazy it is. Alex Jones.
Dapper laughs. Oh, Alex Jones. Okay.
Alex Jones, the turn of the frog's gay.
Him, who predicted quite a lot of stuff that was correct, but got like one thing horribly wrong, which was the Sandy Hook shootings, and said it was all made up. And you're like, oh dear. Yeah, look into Alex Jones. Alex Jones is crazy. When I say I like Alex Jones, I think of him as a caricature that I see on TV and not really a real man. So, but in terms of like seriousness, but going back to your point, before we go off on a tangent too much, yeah, like if true, what the ChatGPT thing, if what you've read is true, yeah, I'm on board. Like, yeah, of course. Like, I do know. I seem to think it does take a lot of energy to run AI, and I'd trade that in if we all agreed.
Yeah. Well,
the problem is it's getting everybody on board. So
I'm enjoying the AI.
Enjoy it.
I'm enjoying
but
I'm enjoying the light side of it, like the videos of like. Have you seen the video where it's like all these famous artists revisiting their artwork? It's like Kurt Cobain looking at the Nevermind cover and then like swimming in the pool and chatting to the baby and like just having a nice time. And I'm like, it's all made.
I haven't seen this, but I can see it in my brain.
It's all made on AI, and I'm like, oh, that's that's cool. And it's like a nice like bit of art that's been made. But then I'm like, fuck, how many trees has that burned down, like in LA from, but like
we are.
But then also, is that actually directly responsible for that, or is it like, hey, is our energy usage in general just pretty bad?
Yeah, I mean, again, which hill are you going to die on?
I don't know,
because people can
just probably in the middle.
Let's stop taking private jets.
Just at the bottom of the hill, like reaching up.
Because that's great, but also, what about all these famous people taking private jets and this carbon emissions and everything?
Well,
like that?
A big example of that recently was like Taylor Swift's Eras tour, wasn't it? Because everyone was like, "Oh my god, Taylor Swift Eras tour! Oh my god, made her multiple billions of pounds." But then also, she like on the way round, she gave shitloads of money to like food banks and stuff like that. But also, they were like, the amount of emissions created by that tour was like so. I can't remember how many people's worth of emissions, lifetime emissions it was, but it was like shitloads. So then you're like,
if you're Taylor Swift though, right? And I don't really have an opinion on it.
If you're listening,
I don't think Taylor. If I'm being honest, I think you're quite an average pop star. But for some reason,
John Smith Everyman, big favourite though.
But
right?
For some reason, there's a cult behind you, and I don't get it. That's my opinion, and I'm sure you're lovely. I don't know you.
It's the deep lyrics, mate. It's the deep lyrics. Karma is a cat.
Hey, you! I don't want a girlfriend.
That's Avril Lavigne.
I don't know. Oh yeah,
Karma is a cat purring in my lap. Has that sold it for you?
Wow.
Yeah.
But like, if you are like, let's.
Karma is my boyfriend. Karma is a cat purring in my lap.
I don't care.
Getting drunk on a weekend.
Great. Of course,
very
you know
relatable.
this because you have to play it day in, day out.
Karma's a cat, mate. Purring on your lap.
But like, playing devil's advocate, you can't do anything right, can you? Really? Because you're like, hey, gave all this stuff away.
Hey,
yeah, but what about your emissions?
Hey, look, all the fans really want me to tour and like play for them, which I've done.
And also, I'll be donating to food banks. Yeah, but you might as well. Oh, well, I guess fuck me.
I'm gonna.
If I'm Taylor Swift, going, oh fuck me then.
I'm billions rich now. She didn't care. But this is I think this is the problem, isn't it? As well, when people like that.
Oh fuck me then. There's
a few.
You might as well just not bother because people are just going to go.
There's a few people on the planet that now have so much money that they can probably afford to live in spaceships out in the ether, and then the rest of us are just like, wait, what about us? Oh well, planet's burning. Good luck to the rest of you. Cheers for streaming.
The fire lasers from the sky.
Taylor Swift is up there going, thank you guys for streaming. Shake it off. I've shook it off right out into the ether up here.
We are more and more, when you look at we are more and more turning into a dystopian world where if you've ever watched Hunger Games, the people on TV are really starting to resemble, the Hunger Games presenters. And I look at everything quite dystopianly. Even like good things.
Yeah.
Like I was scrolling TikTok this morning and I just saw an average Twitch streamer who I won't name just be like, you will not believe what they're doing in Fortnite. And it's just this like, I see it as like dystopian.
Terror, fear.
Just fear. Like, yeah. And they're doing the thing that they need to do to get them clicks. But behind their eyes, you're like, I want to know who you really are. But they're like, hi guys, and they're doing this voice that everyone's doing, and everybody does that. You've got the radio voice, you've got the TV presenter voice, and here is the news, and it's just this thin veneer of like a robot or like a kind of. And I see the same. We spoke about like
if we go back to the original voices, that let's get to just to round it off on this. I love your point about that. If you think about the original voices that you needed to give you a state of calm or like reassurance. It was pilots, it was doctors, probably dentists to an extent.
This is your captain speaking.
They all have to have that manner, don't they? So
that tone.
Yeah.
Authority figures.
So I think that there is a reason that there's a tone to different broadcasters within a realm, but also you're right to an extent where it is like plastic and fake. And I always think it's quite funny to think about that. The like a pilot that's just like at home, like slaughtered his entire family. Good morning, this is your captain speaking. We'll be flying across to Berlin. I will not be returning from there. I will be leaving the plane.
I'm ostracized
from my family. I will be flying safely at 38,000 feet.
Technically, I don't have a family anymore, but we don't have to worry about that. We are flying now at 50,000 feet, where I may or may not crash us.
Maybe it's worse. Like he finds out that his wife's had like an affair, and
he's keeping it calm. He's like, "Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I found out this morning my wife of 30 years has been fucking Jerry, the next door neighbour, and I am in disarray. I'm keeping my voice calm, but I am inside. I am dying.
Your cabin crew for today is Jerry.
I have locked the cabin. I've got rid of my co-pilot, and I'm going to plough us into the floor."
Do you reckon the 9/11 hijackers did the pilot voice just out of...
I'm going to guess no. I guess they did a very different voice.
That would be like... I mean, obviously that's really dark, isn't it? But wouldn't it be so funny if like they were like, "Okay, everyone, we are flying at 11,000 feet and we are heading straight into the
If you look to your left, you will see the Twin Towers, which will be literally plummeting
through momentarily."
Imagine all that, like going, "Oh shit!" I will end on this point as well. Like, I think for me, these voices, for me personally, and I think for a lot of people as well, I don't just think it's me, man. I think they don't work anymore.
I think it's getting to the point where a lot of people are turning off, aren't they?
Yes. So, I've switched off.
For people to have to be that intense, like, you would not believe to get you.
Hey guys,
like, that immediately turns me off. I'm like, oh come on, that like
you've had enough. I'm overload. I'm like, I'm
too much.
No,
it becomes too much.
I've seen too much.
Be calmer. Be lighter.
I don't respond well to loud anymore or hey.
But loud is funny, David.
Exactly, and I've turned. It can be.
The right circumstances, so can quiet.
Exactly.
Be funny.
Intense quiet can be funny as well. We should probably wrap up there, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we've got to go do an episode with Callum Johnson, everybody, which you've already seen. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. Join the Patreon. What else do they need to do? Follow us on social media. Listen to our back catalogue. Definitely follow us and subscribe on YouTube. That would mean a lot to us because we
share videos if you can as well, because that helps the algorithm. And thank you for
all the clips. Share all the clips that we
put
out. Yeah, thank you so much for 4,000 downloads.
Whoop, whoop.
Big numbers.
The biggest numbers.
Hey, in less than a year, we're getting there. 4,000 is a good start. So this year, some really big guests coming up, and we're going to have a wonderful time. So thank you for continuing to listen, watch, and fap yourselves off.
Trump taking Greenland. Let's go. Well done, Trump. Don't know why he's doing it.